Like, are we live now?
Yes.
Oh. What up? It's BrickFeed, everybody, and the best host is back, greater than ever, you know, strong, good-looking, smart, you know, all the qualities that you're looking for. We got a lot of cool guys that we're gonna talk stuff and all that, you know, words. But I'm EXX Trooper. Who else is here?
Are we...
Eljay, you can go down. No, okay, yeah. I'm Eljay.
It's just you. It's just you. It's the extra.
I am Meso.
It's you, Matoro. Your turn.
I'm Demetoro.
Alright, and then
Okay.
the special super guest here. That is like the coolest man on earth.
Ooh.
He's a fellow green boy, you know, and
Yes, green boys.
Oh, yeah, and he puts all the cool videos on. If you
appreciate
like Lego, and you like YouTube, you probably heard of this fella. It's your boy.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Hey, it's hello, just too good here.
Hey,
You see, I did the intro.
Yeah.
I feel so special.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, it's been a while since I've been on the BrickFeed or on the TTV channel in general. So let's do this. Let's talk Lego.
Yeah, man, that's good. I like that attitude. You know, just like getting right into things. You know, so that's why I'm just speaking right now, just to like stretch out time because I'm desperately looking for what we're about to talk about.
Yeah,
So
don't worry.
It's great.
We can.
I found the link. Everything's good. All right, so we're just going right into it. We got so much.
Not everything is good. There are two things that aren't good. First of all,
what is?
I have someone on the actual stream right now. I have their image on the stream right now, who I was confident would be here, and who has yet again betrayed my trust.
I said 3 times that I was not going to be here.
All right, that's all I needed from you. Thank you. So anyway.
Eljay created a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, what did I walk into?
Eljay just quoted Kimu. It was all meant to be.
So
Right.
She just unmutes and it's just like death metal screaming.
that's all I needed to quantify having her image there.
I'm glad we started on such a great note right here,
beautiful.
Eljay. It's great that you
Before
brought
we get
that
into
to the
news,
table.
you should ask the question, the BrickFeed question.
Oh yeah.
The BrickFeed question is, do you care about Overwatch?
Oh wait, no, that's not the BrickFeed question.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
the BrickFeed question!
The BrickFeed question.
Yeah,
Have you? You know.
Alright, no. Shh. I deleted it. It didn't happen. Okay.
Okay.
So what
okay.
did you guys get this week?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll start off since I'm the guest, you know.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've ordered some I was gonna say Bricklink stuff. No, I ordered some eBay stuff. I ordered the Chamber of Secrets Lego Harry Potter set. If you guys know that one from like 2002. Big set. It's like $100.
Oh my god.
Pretty hard to find. Yeah, I got it sealed for like $175, which is decent, you know. Or was it $185? I don't remember. It's not bad. Usually it's $250 sealed, so I did pretty good. But that's really it. I haven't bought much else, you know. I know that's special.
You know, I'm gonna be real with you for a sec here, and I'm just like I don't know if you know this, but like, they're making Lego Harry Potter again. Like, you don't have to buy the old stuff.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Wait,
like,
Lego Harry Potter is
it's literally on your channel.
Lego Harry Potter is back?
Yeah, boy, they got like those like little ugly brick heads thingies as well. It's crazy.
Oh, so you don't like the Brickheads, huh? But I will say this. I don't think they're ever going to make another Chamber of Secrets, at least for a while, because they made the Basilisk in the Great Hall, and it was so bad. It was like a little build, and it was so bad.
You bring excellent point, actually, because I'm like kind of holding off on my Harry Potter buying, because like I want to get the the old dragon set with the old guy with a monocle and stuff that looks really weird. I want that remade, and I want to see like what the new dragon is.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll remake it in like the either next year or the year after. I mean, they're just going through the movies now. But yeah, again, I don't think they're going to do the Chamber of Secrets, so that's why I really wanted this one. But also, like, I just like getting some of the older Harry Potter sets because they're super nostalgic to me. So I have those coinciding with the newer ones, and I kind of compare them. And
That's fair enough.
I want to ask another question regarding that, but before that, Meso said something, so I want him to continue.
Finish your thought. Mine's a tangent.
Okay. Well, oh no, I forgot it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh yeah. Wait, did you not get any of the old Harry Potter sets? Just to good.
Back in the day, I got them, and then what happened was, back in the day, I would never build the Lego as it was supposed to be built. I would use the pieces and stuff like that, just to build my own creations. Which is funny because now I only build what's built, and I don't really build my own creations too much. So it's kind of like a swap-a-roo. But yeah, so I'm just kind of rebuying the ones I missed out on, or some of the ones that I had when I was younger, but like building them as they're supposed to be, reviewing them on my channel. People like it, you know. It's just how
Fair
it is.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, for me, for the first time all year, I got a Lego set.
Here we go.
And the first and only Lego set I've gotten. I got
Meso, you haven't got any other Legos set this year?
no Lego set in the year
He's
2018.
notorious for
What
not
are you, a
getting.
functional human
Well,
being?
no, that's not technically true because I did go to Lego Live and I got the little Ninjago minifigure pack that had Skylar and whoever else.
That was a minifigure pack.
I did get that.
What'd you get?
Well, it's because it was my birthday on the 17th. And cue me, my girlfriend Haley got
Yeah, there it
me
is.
the Quake mech from Ninjago.
When did you get a girlfriend? I completely missed that.
You've been gone for a long time.
Apparently so. You've apparently become a man.
Long time in air quotes. Relativity.
Yeah, well, either way, Quake mech, which is a fantastic set, but there's a fantastic story behind it as well.
Ooh.
So,
Oh boy, sit down.
I open the box, and the first thing I see is Destiny's
Select.
Bounty.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
See the movie Destiny's Bounty. And Haley left me a note, and she was like, "Yeah, I gotta do the Destiny's Bounty, but look inside. There's more presents." So I open the Destiny's Bounty, and I pull out the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon box. And she's like, "Psych! I'm sorry for messing with you. I didn't actually get you the bounty, but I'm sure you'll really like the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon.
God.
Enjoy!" And I just felt everything fall apart because I don't really like that set all that much. It's kind of okay, but I was like, still, it's a fantastic, gesture. It's a good birthday gift. So I opened it again, and then I pulled out the Quake mech.
Whoa.
I was like, psych, again, you didn't think I'd actually get you the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon. Enjoy
You're in
the
a
Quake mech.
world of hurt, Meso, because you're gonna be living with that kind of pranksty meme stuff for the rest of your life.
I love it so
That's
much.
a lot of effort. Really? You
The
love
trolling
getting-
was almost as good as the gift itself because
Really?
Haley knows and
I've
respects
never
my
actually
own
heard
trolling
that
nature.
story yet. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
heard it now, dude. It's crazy.
He
And it's
saved it
because
for
she-
this.
She owns all those sets and just sacrificed the boxes just to mess with
Oh
Oh!
my god.
She's a Lego person too?
Indeed, Ninjago super fan.
Oh, look at
Man,
that.
that's pretty. Yeah.
Anyway, the reason the Quake mech is significant is because it's like the one Ninjago movie set besides the city that I really wanted for a long time, and it is fantastic. Way back when we were talking about how they could possibly do the Quake mech and have it work before the set came out because we were nervous about the wheel, But it's perfectly fine. The kickstand holds it in place just fine. It's really cool. It has a fantastic
cool.
presence. You can roll around.
So it's
Good-
like perfectly balanced on there. That's pretty cool.
essentially it doesn't have a lot of posability, because
Mhm.
it's not like the kickstand moves and the wheel is locked in one rotation. But
Does it have leg articulation, XD?
it does not have leg articulation.
Oh, okay. That's
But it does
unfortunate.
have very good arm articulation. The arms can swivel at the shoulder. They can go up and down on 3 ratchets, and the forearms and stuff can
Well,
move around.
I'm more of a minifigure guy, so I wanted that one announcer guy in the set.
Oh my
there's,
God.
Yeah,
a
he's
little
cool.
TV
Announcer guy?
I don't know. Look, you guys know Ninjago. It's probably a character from the show.
Nope.
He's like a little
Nope.
It's not.
side thing. What is it?
It's just a dude.
Yeah.
It's just a dude. Okay, so he's not
It's
from
just
the
a
show.
guy.
No.
It's just
no.
a guy. All right. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
want that figure. He has, I think, an exclusive face print. and-
Does he?
The only downside is the Lady Iron Dragon figure is not good because her
Oh,
face
yeah,
print
the
is
printing on
messed
that.
up.
Your
Really
link did
bad.
not work, Meso. It just.
I didn't see that mustache
It worked
before.
when I clicked on it.
Yee.
The announcer guy's pretty cool. You gotta say.
Dude, he looks Spanish. Like he looks like a Spanish news reporter or something.
I
He
know.
looks
That's
amazing. I like it.
all
I didn't
the
even
more
realize he
reason.
had a microphone. I just see now. I just put that in my extra parts pile, and I just forgot it was like a microphone
Amazing.
sensor.
Give it to Cole.
Yeah, his torso might be the same one as Lord Business's, but I might be wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
reasonably
I always like
confident.
getting tuxedos and stuff.
Oh, you get the Mercy headpiece as well on the orange hair. lady.
No, Mercy hair piece, and we'll get into that momentarily. It's a new piece.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, but like this piece, like I'm referring it to as the Mercy thing,
Oh, I see.
but it's not that. But like I like that hairpiece quite a lot, and you get
It's a good
that in
piece.
this set. And I
Basically-
still haven't ordered that online. I still need to.
Short
Well, I would-
version, my opinion is a bit limited because I don't own any other Ninjago movie sets, but I would heavily recommend Quake Mech to anyone.
Yeah, I've been trying to find it because people have been finding it at Target for like half off.
Oh
So I've
my
been
gosh.
looking at every Target, like in my area of Brickseek, trying to find it, and nothing's shown up yet. So. Yeah, man.
It looks-
That match is crazy though. It's like 2000. Like when did it come out? 2017.
The mech,
Uh,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, late
Yeah,
2017.
Like 2017. So it's the set that comes out in 2017, and it still has flick fires, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I will say this: Lego's been bringing back flickfire missiles. I've seen a lot like this
Really?
summer, flickfires. And I'm like, really? Is this coming back? I'm like, oh, okay.
The spring shooters from Star Wars are amazing. They're literally like the old Technic big shooters, but like really small. That fit them
Yeah.
into like a lot of walksters. They're a lot of fun. They're
They are
honestly
fun.
really-
They pack a punch. Like if you shoot
Yeah.
that, yeah. I always lose them
From-
all around my room, and then I have to use the extra one.
From Magic
Whenever I'm
Ninja in
reviewing.
the chat, the orange-haired lady is actually called Iron Dragon Lady.
Well, that's okay. I
Never
care a lot
change,
about
Magic.
Ninjago. But that's good magic. That one.
No, the joke is that she's actually Iron. It's not
What?
Iron Dragon Lady.
Oh.
No, it's just called Lady Iron Dragon. Anyway, it's just a
Oh,
joke.
okay.
joke.
She's a lady. She has hair. I want. It's like me of like.
I
so
mean,
many-
I need healing. Said JTG doesn't really care for Ninjago. I mean, I don't really care for the TV show, but I like a lot of the sub themes of Ninjago. Like Skybound was awesome. What was it? Was it Possessed? The ghost one?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was possessed.
Ooh,
It was
I
a
didn't like
possession.
those.
Really? I love
Yeah,
that.
the colors were a bit crazy, and like the
I love
dragons
it.
looked
That's like my
really
favorite part. The
bad.
colors, the spring green. They'd use
I
purple.
like the
sometimes.
colors. Like the
Mhm.
colors are cool, but like the way they implemented it, and like the way some of the dragons look, and like the
Okay.
weird.
Fair.
I don't know, but like I really like the Sky Pirates, dude, because that
That was
reminded me
fun.
a lot of like Stormhawks or something, and it was just
Yeah.
in, like it was just like, oh, I want this.
Oh yeah, how'd you guys feel about like
Oh, dude,
the ones
Stormhawks
from
or-
earlier in this year, like Sons of Garmadon or whatever it was?
Are you
was
talking
that?
about Sons of Garmadon, or you're talking about Hunted?
Sons of Garmadon,
Oh, okay.
right? Was that
They were all
that
right.
was the one from earlier in this?
Well,
They were a downgrade from
I-
the Lego Ninjago
The
movie.
cyberpunk stuff, the red bicycles and stuff.
Mhm.
Is that- they brought in like a really cool new like blade piece, like a.
There were like
black
two
blade. That was
good
it.
sets from that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I despise that line. I thought it was so bad. I was like, man, Ninjago's going down.
see,
But,
I think
Well,
I think
wasn't
it
really
had a
bad, it
pretty
was just like,
fantastic set. It's a cool green car, just too good.
Yeah, I think LJ. We have discussed this many times before. No,
Mhm.
mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
It's
Nope.
so cool that it sat around in LJ's room unbuilt for a long time.
I'm sorry. Who's the one who incorrectly built the Quake mech and was freaking out about it on call? It's like, oh, it's asymmetric.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Whoa.
Dude, I wish I'd like live streamed
LJ's
me
sick.
building it because I had like an existential crisis because I didn't put like the cover for the giant wheel on all the way fully. So it was like peeking out at one side more than the other. And I was like freaked
Super
out.
paranoid about symmetry.
I do not like asymmetry.
So anyway, we're probably gonna move on from the introduction. I didn't interrupt anyone there, right?
Nope, you're fine.
Yeah, everyone's
good.
good. So,
So far, so good.
but if anyone's got anything else they want to add to these closing thoughts, we should move on to the next
I've got
topic.
nothing.
Otherwise,
We
is
can talk
everyone
news.
good?
It's
We
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before that, then I want to Matoro. You mentioned something Stormhawk related earlier. Did you say something?
Oh, you mentioned Stormhawks, and I was like, oh man, that show was so good.
Yeah, it was right. I never met anyone else that's ever watched it, so this is a new experience
I've
for
been
me. So
watching
that's cool.
Voltron, and it gives me heavy Stormhawks vibes.
Yeah,
Actually, if
the
you haven't watched
The art style
Voltron.
stuff, I get that. But yeah, that's
All right.
completely unrelated, but I enjoyed it. So let's see. What'd you say, good?
I was gonna say I've never heard of Stormhawks.
Same.
Sell me on it. Tell me why it's good.
It's got
there's
really
just-
good characters, and it's
Mhm.
got really weird, interesting animation to it.
Ooh, I love interesting
And
animation.
I
But
feel
do
like
you have
I
hawks?
haven't watched it in a long time, but I feel it doesn't. It's like the name, like the ship or something, or the team.
False
All
advertising.
right. I'm gonna hit you with the short version here, just to good. All right.
Yeah,
So there's a bunch of kids, and it's all post-apocalyptic-ish in the skies. There's furries in this universe, and mostly everyone is rolling around on motorbikes that transform into like these glider flying thingies, and that's about it.
You sold me
What
on
channel was it
why-
on? What channel was it on?
I think it was on Cartoon Network. It was a while back. It was like a Canadian series that had like
Yeah, it
1 or
was,
2
yeah.
seasons.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's neat. But this
Maybe I'll
isn't
check it out.
this isn't the Rebel Taxi thingy. This is
Oh, I
TTA's.
love. Oh,
So
that
we
was another
should-
podcast I was on. I love Rebel Taxi.
Yeah, I like that he did your portrait. I want to be a guest so that he just does my portrait as well.
I know. I cherish that. I use that in so many videos. And I felt
Yeah,
bad.
I would too, man.
Dude, I was
love
like,
Rebel
yeah.
Taxi,
I even
man.
asked him, hey, can I commission some more art from him? And then like he never responded. So
Nice.
hopefully I'll be on with the Lego Movie 2. Yeah. When Lego Movie
But-
2 comes out, I'll be on to review it.
But yeah, fellas, the hot discussion all of you have been waiting for,
Yes.
that all of you care about, that I just do not care about at all because I
Yes.
don't care until we actually have actual images. But yeah, Lego Overwatch.
Hashtag LEGO Overwatch.
Okay, so
Yeah,
today's been a
there's-
bit of a frustrating day because Overwatch has been having a couple of different appearances at conventions in Germany and Korea, South Korea, obviously.
Which is
And-
nice for Germany and Korea, but
I'll
not
just
for
using
us.
the angry voice. That way you do it.
I'll get into it. I've got some thoughts on this. So we're a little starved for LEGO Overwatch content. Like we have Overwatch content because we got a new map announcement, which is in South Korea, and
did
we
we?
got a Diva cinematic, which I have mixed feelings on. But and they
Hold on,
teased
before you
LEGO
go any
Overwatch.
further. Before you go any further, just for context, for people listening to the recorded version, we're recording this on the 22nd of August.
Yes. Okay. That's
Yeah.
actually. I was looking through old comments, and someone was like, "Hey, you should mention what days this is on." That's a good point.
So
I
at
keep
the
forgetting.
time of this recording, they haven't shown the sets yet, but they probably will have by the time this comes up.
Yeah. Exactly.
It will give it our luck. Basically.
Yeah.
So
I thought they were going to reveal something today. But yeah.
That's what we all thought too.
Yeah. Crazy.
Now, unfortunately, all we have is a small teaser which shows the outlines of 6 minifigures, which without a shadow of a doubt confirms it's a system theme. So for all the people that
Yeah.
are going, oh, it's going to be
Well, yeah,
Brickheads, no, it's system, obviously.
It's going to be a successful thing, basically.
I can't imagine it not being. So we got 6 character silhouettes, and from left to right, it's on screen now. It's Widowmaker, Reinhardt, Genji, Soldier, Mercy, and McCree. And there was a lot of debate and discussion as to whether or not the second from the left minifigure was actually Reinhardt, because there are some
can see the
problems
scar.
with this minifigure.
Namely, that it's a minifigure.
Well, yes. So, for anyone unaware, we play
if
a
it's
lot
the
of
quick
Overwatch
map?
here. Like, I think everybody... Just could you play any Overwatch?
I've been playing it recently because I've been trying to get into it because, you know, the Lego sets are coming out. I like it, but this is going to sound so bad. You could boo or whatever.
I will.
I've been playing Fortnite a lot more.
Boo.
I know I'm a
Oh.
pleb. Yeah, boo.
I mean, you and basically everyone else on planet Earth. So,
yeah.
except us.
Well,
but-
I will like counter the Fortnite hate with the fact that like even though I do not like everything to do with Fortnite and you might not necessarily as well, but what they're doing within the company is that they're paying like a lot of underpaid people. Like I don't know if it's like programmers or something, but it's just like I don't know the exact like jobs, but basically it's like a very underpaid job, and that like they're getting like a raise to the point in which the amount of money they should be paid, and it works retroactively. So they're essentially getting paid for like years of work, which they should have been paid either way, or so, like people.
Oh, at Fortnite, like.
Yeah, at the games. Yeah.
Oh.
So they have like a revolutionary thing when it comes to like actually paying people. I
Awesome.
said.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I've heard very limited things about it, so I like don't quote me on this because I obviously, as you can tell, I don't know the itsy bitsy details, but like they seem like a very good company, the people behind it, even
That's
though,
good.
but like the horrible mainstream success, yada yada, Fortnite. blah,
Yeah,
blah.
I mean, like I said, I really like the game. I know it's like people hate on it because it's popular, but I could tell they're passionate about it because they do put like
Oh, yeah.
they listen to the community, they update. Like I love that when a company like Lego they're very community oriented and everything like that. I love when a company's like that. So I kind of like that about Fortnite.
Thanks for tying that into Legos.
I know, right?
I'm glad that you're making an effort there. But yeah, Overwatch.
Just too good. I have to ask. Do you play on You play on PS4, right?
I play on PC.
Oh, thank goodness.
Why would you play on PS4?
I don't know. I don't know why.
You don't ever presume someone plays on PS4, dude.
I know he has a PS4.
I don't play on PS4. I actually do not have a PS4. That is...
Never mind.
I don't have a PS4.
I'm completely
I have a Switch.
wrong. Oh, okay.
I had an
News,
Xbox
LJ,
One
back
sort
at
of
it again.
situation. I have a PC though. PC.
Okay. Good. We should play.
But I was going to say one thing you forgot to mention. Does anybody notice the maps that are on the Overwatch teaser?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
over
they
now.
are. It's Watchpoint, Gibraltar, Dorado, and oh gosh, what was the last one?
That's
Also,
map.
they're making Hanamura in Lego. Do we
That's
know
the
that?
implication.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
they chose these 3 specific maps. Maybe the sets are like that.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to cancel my Hanamura project then. It's Lego Hanamura.
No, finish it for
Yeah.
juxtaposition.
No, that's
So-
okay. I have other projects.
Regarding the Reinhardt minifigure, anyone who knows TTV, or knows me at least, knows that we play a lot of Overwatch, and I play a lot of Reinhardt. When it comes to the amount of time I've put into every character, I have roughly 320 hours on Reinhardt alone, over all game types. So I've had a lot of time to actually play the character and be a main. This minifigure perturbs me in ways I could never imagine.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll break it down.
LJ, you're really ticked off today. Oh my gosh.
I'm invested.
Reinhardtian cult.
I'll make this as quick as possible. So first of all, he shouldn't be a minifigure. He should absolutely be an axle figure or a medi figure, whatever they call it, because a minifigure for Reinhardt doesn't work. He's the tallest character in the game, and he shouldn't be the same size as everyone else. Secondly, you can tell it's Reinhardt for 2 reasons, or technically 3. First of all, the face print. They outline his mustache. I don't know why they outline his mustache and not his full beard, because his full beard is what's the highlight here, not just the mustache. Then he has a scar. He's the only character with a scar in his left eye, so it's evident that it is supposed to be him. And finally, as you look on the torso print outline, which they had to outline because otherwise you wouldn't be able to figure out this is him, you can see that they have the actual armor printing. You see the circle in the middle, you see all the different, almost like armor-plated abs and whatnot. So it's obviously him.
Yeah.
The issue is, what's the hairpiece? Why is that hairpiece being used here? None of Reinhardt's skins use hair that look anything like that. If anything, they should have used a hairpiece very similar to, heck, Doctor Strange, or even some of the Harry Potter minifigures that we're seeing from the collectible minifigure series. The one that's really kind of combed back. I'm sure you guys...
Well, I have some alternative hairs.
Please,
okay, so
send them.
LJ, let me know. Would
Okay,
Doc Brown's hair from LEGO Dimensions work?
that could work.
Would the Widow's Peak hair work?
Widow's Peak.
It was used for, say, the 2009 Count Dooku from Clone Wars.
That could work.
It's not
Count Dooku.
Yeah, there you go. I agree. I think the hair that they're using is not really a good choice.
No. And
yeah.
on that note, why isn't he wearing his helmet?
Dun dun dun.
Now,
Illuminati
Meso has given a theory that I think is possible, although I believe it to be unlikely.
Yeah.
And
What is
it's Meso?
Okay, the theory is basically like, for anyone who's seen the Nexo Knights battle suits or like the Mr. Freeze mech, my theory is they'll do something similar. Where like they have a minifigure just for the sake of saying, hey, there actually is a Reinhardt minifigure, but the actual character is inside of a suit with his head visible, like it is in the game.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
brick built, constructed around him, hopefully on a smaller scale than the battle suits, because the scale shouldn't be too messed up. But like that would be accurate, like, you know, for Reinhardt as a character.
Yes.
That could get the scale right.
Yes.
Yeah, I
agree.
was literally. I think that's 100% what they're going to do. That's like
I
what
hope.
they're going to do.
That is what I hope, because if they go the
'Cause-
plain minifigure route, I'm going to be indescribably disappointed. Usually I'm not overtly critical of LEGO properties being converted, licensed themes and the representation. Like, I thought Minecraft's pretty good. I think the Harry Potter minifigures are pretty good as far as adaptions are concerned. this one
Well,
will be
you really
one
love
that I'm
Overwatch, so like.
I'm passionate about this. Like, I am Reinhardt when it comes to playing with TTV. So when I see this, I'm just so disappointed. That's all I can say. I'm just disappointed.
I guess I will really. Well, I mean, you said you wanted it to be like a brick built mech, basically what I said.
Brick built or a minifig.
Yeah, because I will say this. That is 100%. That's what they're gonna do. I'm not saying this based on any insight because I'll tell you this. The Reinhardt figure, if you see, it's a very. It didn't require a new mold. For them at least, Lego didn't make a new mold for him, so they're gonna have to sell it on something else. What are they going to sell it on? Oh, it's Reinhardt, but he comes with this cool mech. I don't know if Reinhardt's really popular with the kids. So now what is popular with the kids are the mechs. So it's probably going to be a small little set with Reinhardt in a mech.
I hope.
That's going to be the addition.
I hope for two reasons.
Have you seen leaks? Just too good. Have you seen the inside info?
I cannot comment on that.
Oh my god, you have!
Is Reinhardt a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a good guy.
You guys know Overwatch.
He's
a good guy. Okay.
He is the most good of everyone.
The goodest guy? Are you saying Reinhardt is good guy?
No!
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way, wait, I have to say this.
I
I have to say this. Wait. I'm recording this and all my roommates are listening in because, like, I guess I talk loud. And they all play Overwatch and they're like, dude, your Overwatch knowledge sucks. Like, great. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
It's like, great.
But
yeah, I hear you guys. All right.
Everything else looks great.
Deadmator.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's good. Deadmator, do you care about Overwatch at all? This minifigure
like the designs, but I don't
of the
play
silhouettes.
because Mac.
Oh, okay. Well, that's understandable. That's cool. How does it feel to be one of the 7 people in the entire world that hasn't played Overwatch, though? Does that make you? Like...
I don't know.
Get on that.
What just sent us?
Get on that. You should get like a laptop or a desktop.
No, don't force her to
Yeah,
play video
I actually.
games.
Okay.
There's a free weekend, isn't it?
Yes.
It would just like it would just
Just very
explode
frequently, yeah.
if I tried to.
You gotta get a new comp, Matera.
You know, I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt, but I'm amazed they didn't put Tracer or Diva teasers. I mean, I thought they were the most popular. So
I don't know about Diva necessarily, but Tracer. That I was saying this yesterday. I was genuinely surprised they did not include Tracer in this lineup, because like, especially over someone like McCree. Or Reinhardt.
The rumors and rumblings from people who I don't know if they're reputable or not say that Diva won't be in the first wave. But I have no clue about that. Tracer, I'm sure will. I'm just not
What
sure.
will we do?
I am like almost 100% sure she'll be in the first wave.
I also am actually.
Why are you sure, huh?
'Cause she's
Why are you
pink
so
and pretty.
sure? Just too good.
Hey,
It's just too short.
down, boy, down.
Tell us your secret.
We are.
Just too secretive.
Just to non-disclosure agreement. There we go. There's your reasoning right there.
Yeah, actually,
I wish I was more into Overwatch so I can, But I'm hyped for these new hair pieces and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
Soldier has a new hair piece, right? I mean, that looks like a new hair piece.
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. I'm not.
I think it's a new hair
Which
piece.
one?
Soldier 70. What Soldier 70? What is it? Soldier.
No, that
76.
looks like an old one, but they might be stretching it here considering their budget for LEGO Overwatch must be like a lot. So.
Yeah, I mean the old one that it looks like it could be is that they use for Larry the Barista, but that doesn't look like it has a big front thing like that. So I think it is a new hairpiece. But any new hairpiece is great. New look.
I don't know. It looks a little similar to the one that I use for my minifigure, to be honest. Just slightly.
Thinking emoji.
Dude, I really need like a way for me to keep track of how long this goes on, because that's why one of the reasons why I feel so lost. Because I have no idea how long we've been going for right now. Have we been going for 20, 30?
No, you're good.
Hey, just go out as long as the conversation keeps going.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, but what I don't want to, because what ends up happening, like the issue is not talking, because I can talk forever about nothing.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Like, that's never an issue. But the thing is that sometimes I have a really cool extra mock, and then we get to the very end, and then it's just like, We don't have enough time. I need to do a thing. We don't have enough time.
I need to do a thing.
So they essentially, I miss out on the extra mock that I prepared. So that's why I'm trying to keep sort of track of time. But as long as the thingy is happening,
Gucci
then we're
fam,
good.
no worries.
Yeah. But yeah, LEGO Overwatch silhouettes and not pictures of actual sets. Very exciting.
Look, the moment
anyone else?
pictures come out, we're gonna about it.
Anyone else that want to give in about a ton of pointless speculation? They'll just be debunked in a couple of days.
X,
Anyone
why
wanna
you
give-
gotta be so dismissive?
I will say this. Okay, if they made a New York Comic Con or BlizzCon exclusive set, would people be mad? Like,
Yes.
what do you guys think of that? Because like,
Yes.
I know with the pop community, they always do these exclusive ones, and people get so mad about them for like Overwatch.
Yes.
So
My anger would be directly proportional to the amount of characters featured in it that wouldn't be made available right away. By which I mean, when they did that exclusive Brickhead that had like Boba Fett, it took like many months to actually make a Boba Fett Brickhead again.
yeah,
yeah.
but like
Yeah, I
if
can't
Prpl
buy
was
it.
just a different outfit variant.
That would be. It depend. Well, for me, it depends. Because like, if it's Reinhardt, then yeah, I'll be pretty frustrated. But if it's anyone else,
I have no
don't
problem
care.
with that. I have no
There's so
problem
many
with that
skins
period.
to
I think
watch.
that's perfectly fine. Doing like an exclusive skin, it's equivalent to like the mask, the transparent mask of fire they launched Bionicle with before Bionicle actually came out. That was like an intro point to the theme. An exclusive minifigure would be fine, so long as it's for a character that we will get in the first wave.
All right,
That's an act.
well, we'll see.
What's up, X?
You know what? You know I'm so I'm so just what was it that you said? Dismissal.
Dismissive.
Dismissive. Because this is not actual pictures of the Lego, so we're not any closer to what we were earlier, basically, in terms of actual appearance. Like, I know it's coming. I know LEGO Overwatch is coming. I still don't know if it's good, and I still can't tell if it's going to be good based on those silhouettes. Like,
But now we
essentially,
know what
what's happening.
characters we're getting.
Yeah, but we'll get all the characters anyway because that's how LEGO does things. They write out a license to every little bit of But anyway, it's like pre-footage of weapons in any MMORPG. You know, like the pre-game trailers and everything. It makes the weapons and everything look good and amazing. But until I know the stats, I can't say for sure whether or not I'm excited. You know.
Well, that's the difference between you and me. I'm a sucker for leak culture. Give me all the juicy bits of info.
I'm a sucker for something actual substantial. You know?
No, I will take the breadcrumbs.
I don't
as
care
long as they're
about
gluten free. I will take the
Your
breadcrumbs.
puny little rice corns and hope. I want actual footage, pictures of cool.
BrickFeed
stuff.
101, puny rice corns and hope.
That was what did I say? Rice corns?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
my
I was gonna
goodness.
say breadcrumbs again. But yeah, we're good on that one. Let's talk about something that's actually something exciting. So boom, we have like Lego big set. You know,
Yes.
Star Wars.
My
Lego big
favorite
set.
Lego big set. I love it.
Lego big set with the Star Wars label slapped on there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a picture up here. It's set number 75222, Betrayal at Cloud City. It's going to come out September 1st, and it has 2,812 pieces.
It's gonna cost you your firstborn. It's so expensive.
How much is it again? I didn't catch that.
$350 for like 2,800 pieces. Usually, when sets get to that scale, the piece count makes up for the price. Not in this case.
Oh well, that's Lego Star Wars for you. Everything's overpriced in this darn line.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
and it's
but-
even more so in Norway. But usually, the per piece ratio like makes up for like if it's like $300, I expect it to have like around 3,000 pieces. And in
Now-
this case, it's $350 and around 2,800 pieces.
A couple of notes on that. To start with, I found that the UCS Millennium Falcon was actually incredibly reasonably priced. You know, it's the largest Lego set. Wait, did it have over 8,000 pieces?
Oh, did it? No, wait, what?
No,
Let me see.
no,
I'll
sorry.
check.
Okay,
I
never
don't
mind.
know,
That's
but
what I was saying. They've always the price per piece ratio for Star Wars has been bad, and like they've always been overpriced for me. Is like for an expensive set, I say pricey, and then overpriced is like it's not worth the value. And like this one, I don't know, man. It does not look like it's worth the value, but I still like the playset design, so I'm so conflicted. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a set people wanted for many years now, because we only had that one Cloud City set that we had a really long time back. But it's more an issue with like the playsets themselves more than this set in particular. Like they've swooped away the UCS label from the looks of it, and they're just kind of making these like the Hoth playset, the Ewok Village. They're making them sort of like their own sets, because the thing with those sets is that they have a really weird target audience thing, because they're super expensive and intricate enough for adult fans, but they have play features and like are set up as like a dollhouse / playset, whatever you want to call it, you know.
Yeah.
And it just that's made for like children, and so it's the best thing ever for like a man child, but there's not that many, you know. They can't make a product solely based around that. I mean they can. They're Lego, but like whether or not it'll be profitable in the long run, I don't know. But like as a set, it's beautiful, and I love that Lego's been coming out with mediocre, medium-sized Star Wars vehicle sets for years. That none of them have been good, and then finally a good one comes out, but it's in an expensive set, and that's Slave One. That Slave One is the cherry on top. I love that Slave One. That's what I'm going to say about that set.
No, yeah, it's great. They should really do more, like, in that scale. It's a cool scale.
Yeah, they've done a lot of sets. They just haven't made them look really good in comparison to the other ones.
The rumor is that we're getting Lego Junior Star Wars sets. And,
oh, man.
God.
Yeah, so maybe that's going to be like this scale. And I don't know. I mean, I think I don't remember which one, but I just heard there was going to be, like, it was reported by people around, like, oh, you know, Lego Junior's Lego Star Wars sets. So maybe that will deliver in that scale, which gets me interested. But yeah, I wish, like, you know, the old Slave One was what, like $30, $20, and now, like, if it was released nowadays, it would be like $80, just a regular sized one. The one in this set is really cool looking. Like, I like that size, and it's basically the same size as the $20 one from 2000. But as it stands, I mean, the playset itself, like I said, it looks really good. It's just the price is a little bit off.
Yeah, and it's just about space as well, because this is like a big flat thing, and I just like, I have all my Lego stuff on like shelves now.
Yeah.
So like I can, like, the most city stuff that I can have is like modulars, but something like this, I have no space. You know?
That's another thing. It's like the Falcon. Like, this is a table model. Like, I gotta get a table ready for this. Even though I really like how this looks, it's so hard to display this. Because if you have a shelf that's like wide enough at the top, then like you sort of need to like bring it down to like show everything, and like stuff is in the back. It's very awkward, and it's
it's a very awkward set, but it's also very like it's definitely going to be.
Well, I was gonna say one thing that the old one had over this was that the old one was a little strip. It was like a little strip that was like, you know, rectangular. So that was easy to display. Yeah, exactly. Because they're not going the full enclosed version here. So
yeah. So it's just they're kind of just doing that as like the Death Star gimmick, you know?
Yeah, Death Star. So. It's like the Death Star. Yeah. Which I don't know. I mean, I like the playset. I like the designs of the playsets in here so much, but I just wish it was more of a strip or something like that. It's very strange. I don't know. But
what is your opinion, Mestavac, Eljay, and Deb Matora, about inconveniently sized Lego playsets? Is that like one of your?
I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like, if I'm into Lego enough to have the money to buy them, I probably would have the money to buy a table for them.
Same.
If I'm not, then I don't, which is my case. I'm not into them, ergo, I don't need to worry about finding the space for them. It also works the opposite way. I don't have the space for them, ergo, I don't buy them. So it's like, you know, they're just kind of a non-factor for me. Yeah. And I would also never buy a set like this. I've been very critical in the past, but like these sets, kind of like the Death Star, they're like a diorama. They're amazingly well designed, and this is very movie accurate, but I would just never like want something like this personally, even if it was for a theme I like really cared about, because it just kind of looks not good unless I had like a spinning table you know, like a turntable.
Oh, yeah.
I could like rotate it. I would
Yeah.
probably never want to buy it because, you know, I'd always have to hide part of it on the back because it's like a 360 model. You know, what part do I display? What part do I hide away? It's like, I don't know.
Well, okay, something like the Disney Castle. How'd you feel about that one?
Disney Castle's great because it's just made as like a dollhouse,
Yeah.
so it works.
Mhm.
It works because it has like
Yeah, it's
one
alright.
side that's like purely for like display, and then you have like intricate. So that's like one of the few things that's like convenient. Like I see what you mean in that. Like you do miss a lot of the interior when you have it like set out to display,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things that is like actually convenient enough that you can like lift it up, like or turn it around, and be like, oh look, there's Aladdin
Yeah, it's alright.
something here. You know, it's really cool and stuff.
Plus,
So
it
I-
actually, you know, looked good on display.
Oh yeah. It didn't look like a weird pizza,
Mhm.
you know.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
just don't you don't get a good selection. But Dead Matora was about to say something, so I'll let her say. Go.
I think that if I was a kid, I would like go to town on one of these sets. Like, I think that they would be like really awesome, and I think that they're good for like if you're a kid because you can like build them and then like scrap them for parts, and they have like a lot of parts. And then I don't know. And I really want like the Bionicle play sets. I think that they'd be cool.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Bionicle Blood playsets. They were cool.
Shout out,
Yeah.
Epic Lego.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We should have gotten the UCS Matanui Temple or something. XD.
Don't taunt me.
Also,
like
I want to do like also the like I was talking to her about like the figures. The figures aren't really that exciting as well. And I also skimmed over this guy on YouTube called Just2good, who also did like
Oh,
a
who's
small
that?
little
Yeah.
video about this.
Oh, that was
And
a bad
he-
video. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but this one that thing that you noticed, which I'll give you credit for, is that it's just hilarious. Except that Carbonite piece still is using the
Yeah,
same piece
what
of
the
the
heck?
old minifigure. That's
It's
so lazy.
lazy. That is so lazy. Yes.
You'd think for a $350
gosh.
set, you would get Han Solo and a Carbonite with
Yeah.
updated hairpiece.
I mean, back in the day, I used to always give the excuse, "Oh, they don't make new molds for direct-to-consumer sets." And then the Quickie Mart came out, and they made a new mold for Snake Jailbird, the character in there. And they've done molds in direct-to-consumer sets ever since. They did, Tinkerbell's hair in the Disney Castle, and they have a new mold in here with, I think, the Cloud Pilot helmet or whatever it is. I think that's
oh yeah, I
exclusive.
know the white looking weird.
Yeah.
Helmet. I know which one you're all about.
So you could have done another mold for the freaking overnight piece. Like, come on. Does it? Can you even fit? Like, wasn't the original idea of that is that the piece itself, you put Han Solo in there, like the piece fits the Han Solo minifigure? Might be wrong. I don't
think it like fits in with like the hair
Okay.
and like the face and
Yeah.
everything. But I think you can connect it back there. I do think it does work with like the new hairpiece as well. But like,
Okay.
yeah,
But yeah.
it just still seems very.
It's
just
so
why?
lazy. Yeah.
why
It's
you
like-
do this?
Yeah,
You
nobody's
know?
talked about it too. Like, call out Lego for that. I see all these complaints about other stuff, which are legitimate complaints, of course. But that's
Mhm.
another flaw. Like, come on. I also don't like how Leia uses the same face piece for both of her figures, because I know that
Oh,
sounds
she does.
yeah, but it's like Han Solo has two different face pieces in here. He has one for his Carbonite version, has the scared expression, and the frozen version. His regular version has a different expression. I think, what was it? In the Millennium Falcon, there's two different Han Solos. It's just another lazy thing to just put the same face piece for both Leias. I don't know. I would have liked a different expression. And plus,
'Cause I
that face piece doesn't fit. But yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the main characters, we have so many different expressions for Luke Skywalker at this point. But
Yeah.
like you said, with some characters with like Leia, they're just always like left with the same
Yeah.
face. And I just don't understand why. Why
Leia has a good face, I think.
Yeah, she could pull
In
off a lot of cool
the
faces.
Millennium Falcon, the Millennium Falcon, she has an exclusive face, and it looks more like her. This one doesn't really.
I didn't see that. I very recently helped build the UCS Millennium Falcon. I was at a local state
Brag
fair with Idaho Lug, and had the opportunity to help build that a little bit. I didn't notice that was a new face piece.
Yeah, it's exclusive to that set. It's actually everything else about her in the Millennium Falcon set is the same as the one in this set, except the face. The face has never been reprinted. Because the backside has the little oxygen tank or whatever it is, like the thing they used to breathe, like in that Minoc area, I think it was. I don't remember, but yeah. So I don't know.
Huh.
I like that the exclusivity of such a iconic character. I think is something that they really need to do because they have it. You know, Han's faces are never reused. They're never reused for any other characters. Luke's faces are never reused for any other characters. Leia's face is a face that appears in like a few other different characters from different licenses. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't get it. I did have a question for you guys because first of all, correction from earlier. The set is going to be available for VIPs on September 13th, but it officially comes out on October 1st, not September 1st.
Mm-hmm.
The set I was thinking of that comes out on September 1st is the Las Vegas architecture set, the Skyline, because that got remade and now it's coming out in September. Brickset did a really excellent review on it, and toward the end, Hugh, who runs the site, mentioned that at a LEGO fan media event he attended last week before the review was put out, he was in a conversation with Kim Thompson, who is the community's engagement manager, or the company's community engagement manager. Kim Thompson, very nice person. We got to meet him at Brick Fair. Wonderful. Now, Kim had suggested that the price per piece ratio was not a particularly good way to quantify the value of sets, and that weight should be used instead, or at least taken into account. I was curious as to your thoughts on that.
Wait. Are you saying weight matters more?
Very funny. Very funny.
I'm gonna wait for others to answer this one first, and also Dead Matara, I love the things that you're posting, by the way, you were great.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this up. Yeah, so what are you guys' thoughts on this?
Weight. Yeah, no, that's I always judge it like I used to be huge into price per piece, price per part, whatever you want to call it. But I always judge it by I look at the set and I'm like, is this the content of this set worth? Is it worth the price? So weight, I think, would be more in line with that, where it's like, does this feel like it's worth that price? Because you'll get a set with all these small pieces for $20 that probably has a good price per part ratio, but it's still so small, and it's like I could get a $15 set that has more content to it. So that's kind of what I judge it on nowadays, and it works more with like Lego Junior sets, which have big pieces. I'm like, okay, the content of this is worth the $20 price, but that's a very subjective way. So yeah, maybe we should start emphasizing on the weight of sets. I think that would be interesting.
My main issue with that is not that I think it's wrong inherently. I think it's actually perfectly valid. The issue that I take with it is that the reason that I use price per piece is because pieces, the part count, are smack dab on the box. You have that information readily available. It's easily accessible.
It's an easy way to do. Yeah.
It is a quick and easy way to kind of juxtapose the amount of pieces you are getting in any given set, how much you are getting for how much you are paying. The weight of the set is nowhere. It's not on the box. You have to do that manually yourself. It is a much slower process in order to get to an end result. So to me, it seems it's a more cumbersome way to kind of quantify, well, do I want to buy... I like... part per piece is not a perfect measure. Obviously, there are variations. I know Jang has done a video kind of dissecting that in the past. However, it is the easiest to do, and it's not exactly without precedent. You see it used fairly decently in a lot of different sets. I know we used it in Bionicle, although that was a little more hype-based. We use it in Ninjago. For instance, Ninjago City has over 4,000 pieces, and it's a $300 set. So, based off of that, you're getting a bunch of pieces for less than, every, 100 pieces per $10 or something like that. So, I feel like that's a bit more of a cumbersome way of going about it. Price per piece is it's straightforward. It's fairly in line most of the time.
What I was telling Eljay off air was like there is the discrepancy between the size of pieces. that might be what Kim Thompson's getting at, like a set that has fewer parts but is bigger, has bigger pieces, should be still considered worthwhile versus a set like the Microscale Hogwarts Castle, which has a lot of parts, but they're all like small and tan, and that's like basically all it has. I think that's kind of what he's implying. But X, I have a feeling that you have strong opinions.
Well, the thing about this is that they're talking about how to evaluate products, and that it's like that's a very preference-based thing. But like I think they're like mainly looking at like in terms of factors for discussion and stuff whenever we're like picking a piece or like a set apart because it's juniors and there's a T-Rex in it, and that's honestly why it's a very lowest piece count. But I think piece count is still going to be the main, like, just in the most primitive sense, the value that you're getting out of your set, because the whole thing with small and big pieces is that it's still only one piece that connects to other pieces, and just what LEGO has done with the set and used the pieces that they have available. They could have used small, they could have used big pieces, that's up to them, but they put that piece count in there themselves 100%. And so I will continue to judge whether or not I buy sets based on that factor.
It's basically it's the simplest way, and it's not going to go away, people judging it by price per part. And I would say this though, like with weight, if you order from Amazon and stuff, they always say that at the bottom, the weight of the set, like that. But again, where it's such a new concept to judge it by the weight, what weight is good for $10? We got to start really researching that. It's a new thing. But I do agree that sometimes there is a lot of times there is bigger pieces and bigger molds that probably cost more money to produce, which take away from the actual pieces of the set. And sometimes they sell just on minifigures alone. Like, for example, the Fun at the Mountain set or whatever, Mountain Adventure set for LEGO City has like 15 minifigures with some exclusive prints, but it's only like a 100-piece set for $40.
Essentially, it's Kim Thompson trying to figure out maybe a standardized scale for the future, because there's a lot of variables, like sets that have minifigure desirability stand on themselves, sets that have large dinos stand on themselves, But construction sets, there's a completely different scale for those. The same principles cannot be applied. But if it was weight-based, maybe it could. That's his hope. Do I agree with it? Personally, no. But I get the logic behind it.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily wrong by any means. I think it's a perfectly valid suggestion to make, personally. And
it's just not going to catch on, at least not anytime soon.
I don't think it'll catch on right away, because... Again, it's easy to go, well, okay, 100 pieces, every $10. For instance, I think the worst price per part ratio I've ever seen, or at least in recent memory, excluding stuff like Galador, would be the General Grievous Combat Speeder that came out this year. It has 157 pieces, it's $30. You have a minifigure, you have General Grievous, and then you have the 175-piece speeder. Now,
do you know what the original name for that set is, Eljay?
No, what?
It's let's see how much people will pay for Grievous. That's the original name.
See, that's the thing. I know.
It's just a social experiment.
Wasn't he in a set last year? Like that was like.
Yeah, but it's for the people that missed it.
Let me check. I get.
I thought it was $20 though.
No, it's $30. It's a $30 set.
No way!
Now,
some of these, it's like Clone War, or I think it's Clone Wars and like prequel stuff, I don't really pay attention to. So I wasn't even aware about it. It was that much.
We should have had Ryan
totally
on.
Skipped my dude. I know. Oh my gosh, he would have been like, he hates this set. From my understanding.
Rightfully so. Now that's not to say I don't understand why. Chances are. And of course, this is just me hypothesizing. It's probably because Grievous has all these new and specific pieces to him, in addition to them being printed. I'm 90% certain.
That exact figure before.
Without anyone confirming it for me, I'm 90% sure it's because of Grievous in the same way that Jurassic World sets are bumped up because of the dinosaurs. Because they're very specific, they're very large, they take a lot of work and time to get right. They're not as recyclable as standard LEGO parts.
But Eljay, what about the Bedrock Adventures, which retailed for $90?
Yes.
Has 644 pieces, and I don't think, I could be wrong, except maybe the Silverfish. I don't think it has any exclusive parts.
The Silverfish, the Silverfish are new. They are new to this set. So yeah, exactly. Well, this is great. This is another good example of
this
why.
One's my worst example.
Yes, no, this is another good example of why the price per part ratio is not a solid 100% guarantee. There are variables to it, but I do think it is the most reliable option.
I was going to say, as I thought, search up set 75040.
Okay.
75040.
Put it on the screen, boy.
All right, check this out.
General Grievous wheel bike.
This came out in 2014. Same
I
General
have that
Grievous.
set.
Same General Grievous. $25, 261 pieces. So I don't think General Grievous was making that last one expensive because it's the same one.
That's the one I bought.
There you go. Yeah, it doesn't
I
look.
thought you were gonna use that as an example of like an expensive set for what you're getting, and I'm like, man,
No,
it's like, it's sick. This is a pretty cool
Yeah,
set.
no, this is a good deal. So I don't
Dude,
know
it's
what happened with the combat bike or whatever combat speeder that made it
Looks like
such a
has
bad
good
deal.
alternative models as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've got the set up screen.
It can
on
actually roll. Like, it actually rolls.
That's kind of cool.
Like, it just,
You know, we all love
functional.
the things that roll.
Yes.
I don't get that reference, but yeah.
It looks like, well, it does
Oh,
look a little
it's
bit like
like-
the bottom wheel of like the, what is it called, the coal mech or whatever we were talking about.
yeah, Cole's Quake Mech.
Yeah.
My gosh. And it's funny though. This set that you brought up right now, Justin, is a really good example. This is actually why I do support LEGO going back and remaking older LEGO sets, because I know that a lot of people, there are some divisive.
Older Star Wars licensed Lego.
Fair enough. That's true.
That's the only. That's
But Ninjago,
they're not remaking Lego
2019.
space sets.
They're remaking Ninjago in 2019.
I want them to redo the Lego Star Wars 1999 sets, like brick built or like Technic built.
Oh my
Star
gosh, yeah,
Wars
the
sets.
large ones.
Oh man.
That would be great.
We missed out on a
That'd be
construction.
Because they cost so much money now, so if they made them again, they'd be cheaper.
All that
presumably.
money.
But
That's how inflation
This-
works. Yep.
this is. I understand that there are a lot of people who are a little split down
Yes,
the middle
Prentice,
on
yes.
system Star Wars. You know, a lot of people like the older system Star Wars sets. A lot of people like the new ones. I don't really have
A lot of people like, none at all.
Hey guys, it's me with the set.
But this set specifically
I
is
have it.
why, if
You
LEGO
look
is
very
going to be
confused about having
remaking,
it.
if LEGO is going to be
I am.
remaking older Star Wars system sets, this is why I support it, because I have on screen now set number 7255, General Grievous Chase. Now, this is the one I got. This was the original one that I got in 2005. And if you
It's
just
not pretty.
if you look at the difference between them, it's incredible. Obviously enough,
But like
there's,
in a not good way.
there's a little bit of a fun nostalgia to the old one. Yeah, it looks kind of fun.
I think that General Grievous looks so bad.
You don't like it?
Right?
The old one. Yeah.
It looks like he's constantly about to sneeze or something.
That's
It
funny.
just looks like he's just being pulled back, like.
The old one has that beast for Obi-Wan, like I don't know what the beast is
He
called.
looks like
I
a Punisher mask or something.
Yeah.
Punisher logo.
Yeah, right.
I can see that, yeah.
It's weird.
And then
I
of course,
like the new one though.
with this old set, 111 pieces, $20 retail.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but that was old times XD. So
Good old time.
People
Yeah.
said Lego was cheaper. Yeah.
yeah,
Big
well,
beast.
here's the thing for that discussion. No matter what your opinion is, the prices stay the same. So
oh my gosh.
inflation and everything. There you go.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to kind of bring up. I wanted to gather your thoughts on all.
No,
of
yeah, it was definitely.
Have we just been talking about like Lego Star Wars set? When did this occur? Like, what did this?
It was about the weight. The weight.
Oh, that was
Wait.
That was a good question.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
like that.
I don't.
LJ, it brought a lot of weight.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna listen to this. But thank you, Kim Thompson, for throwing out that interesting conversation.
You did it. Do you guys want to talk about some more
Extra
Lego
mock.
news?
We
No,
only have,
it's not extra mock. It's...
we only have one more piece of Lego news to discuss.
Oh, yeah. Should we just like do it? Like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm the host. I have the power. This is not an anarchy. All right, boom. There you go. Brick set. It's Bricktober, and there's gonna be like these like little overpriced little boxes that you can only find in very specific stores that have very obscure minifigures.
The Lego
only
Twitter done
collectors-
goofed big time.
Was it Lego Twitter again? Those
Yeah, it was.
great people. I love
Because
it.
essentially the controversy for a while has been, well, how are these sets going to be sold if Toys R Us is gone?
Which is your
Bricktober
reason.
and Lego
Let's,
on
just go.
Lego on Twitter was like, these sets will be available in the U.S. at Barnes & Noble locations later this year. We don't have a specific date, so stay tuned. And everyone freaked out, started reporting on it, and then they're like, actually, we misspoke. Only the Harry Potter set will be available at Barnes & Noble later this year. Stay tuned.
All of them?
Details on the other set.
Everyone thought originally that all of them was just going to be Barnes and Nobles.
That's what Lego said.
That's hilarious.
I even thought it. I fell for it. I was a sucker, and then they just.
It was
said-
just Lego just pranking everyone.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like Target, Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, and I don't know, Walgreens.
Yes.
I don't know, man. None of those stores are in my country, so
Oh, Amazon.
doesn't really. We don't have Amazon, so.
Really? Not even.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang.
All these minifigure packs are really good, though. They're all good.
What are
Well-
the stores called over there?
What's the what called?
What are the stores called? Sorry, like what's your version of like Walmart and Target and stuff?
We don't have a incredibly huge store where you can have both clothes, food, and anything. Like that's just not.
Really?
That's not a thing. Yeah, like it's. You have no idea how many culture shocks I had when I was in America and experienced all those things. Like, just if you're just like,
God.
oh, what's your version of blah blah blah? It's just like, oh, we don't have that. We're just up in the north. Like our entire country has less people than like a single city in America or something. Like
Crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's just,
Fair enough.
We're just used to like.
Do you guys
fishing and
have
stuff,
McDonald's?
That's-
And like.
But yeah, McDonald's. We have McDonald's, Starbucks, Burger King.
Remember
Oh.
Chick-fil-A X?
Oh
my gosh.
I miss it so
Whoa.
much.
Next
Dude, you
year.
have no idea. That chicken is the
That was
best
like an
thing
anime girl's
I have-
voice.
ever tasted. Yeah, you know those like huge eyes, like watery and stuff. That's how I was whenever time like Chick-fil-A came up. Like, you have no idea. It was food that was like there in an instant, and it was incredibly delicious, and it was incredibly cheap. Like it had no downsides. You had a lot. You had it cheap. You had it right away. It was incredible. Of course, the fact that it's like really expensive. No, it's like really bad for you, like health wise and stuff. But man, I love Chick-fil-A, man.
Yeah.
I had that every single day, multiple times. That's why I'm coming to Brick Fair next summer for Chick-fil-A. I don't care about anything else. Just coming for
It's not
Chick-fil-A.
about
Yeah,
us.
they moved it. It's like way closer now too. It's like literally
Wait,
like
what?
right
Yeah, they
there.
moved the building. We only found this out like real late, but yeah, they moved to a new location that's even closer.
Wow, dude.
Oh
Future
my
is now.
They're like in the same parking lot now. You just like it's like a neighborhood block away. It's like so close.
It's great.
That's awesome.
There, you can see the Chick-fil-A from the Brick Fair.
Wow, dude.
Alright. Well, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these. Honest, I have no vested interest in Harry Potter. I think that a lot of people obviously are going to like the Jurassic World collection because it has Dr. Ian Malcolm, aka Goldblum.
Dude, I don't know how to get a hold of this, but I want the gold minifigure. And like, I'm not like just too good that I collect everything. I just want to make my own figures.
Wait,
But like,
there's
this is
gonna
one of
be
those things where I get my just too good
minifigure?
on.
Yes, there it is.
I need my figs.
I
There it
need
is.
to fill that void.
Well,
Oh,
they really
this
with
is
that
beautiful.
Jurassic World one. I mean, the Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum figure is phenomenal, and then they just did like a boring like Claire, which was the girl in there. They did a boring Owen, the boy, the other guy in there, and then they did like just they throw in the baby blue figure that is very easy to get in the line.
Yeah,
They didn't even do a new version of it. Like, come on.
It really feels like they just put Goldblum in there and then just like put anything else in there, just like
Yeah.
buy it anyway. 'Cause
I thought it doesn't even make sense because it's Jurassic World. He's from Jurassic Park. They didn't even do
Yeah.
the version of him from Jurassic World. It's so confusing. I don't know what's going on. But hey,
I
also
still
new
haven't
Chris
watched
Pratt
that
is nice.
movie.
Oh,
The next
you're not missing
one.
out on
I've
anything.
heard bad things.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm feeling they might have ruined Goldblum because I haven't been spoiled, but I've heard kind of what the plot is about. So I'm sort of connecting the dots, but don't answer anything
All right.
to that because I still might watch it.
It's not worth it anymore. Don't worry.
But yeah, the Ninjago thing, is there something spooky and cool in that? I like the
There's
the
a few like
Robo
minifigures
geisha.
there.
I like the geisha. Who's her? Is she important?
Is
She's
that Nia?
she's Nia, the water ninja, but she's in disguise.
Oh. Ooh.
It's actually from the show. All these minifigures are from the show. One of them is just some generic biker who's like not
Yeah, it's
important.
Mohawk, man.
The other one-
biker guy.
The other one is Nia in disguise. The guy with the eye patch is Jay, the lightning ninja, but from the future.
Ninjago,
Wait a sec.
Nia's in
There
disguise.
was a
Actually,
point in the show that they saw like a vision of themselves in the future, and like that's what the minifigure is.
Meso, look.
Yes,
Jay has a mustache, and he's got an eye patch.
Reinhardt.
It's him. This is the actual minifigure. I can't believe it. We cracked the code.
And so
man.
anyway, then there's
Wait.
Harume in the dumb mask with like two swords. Overall, the Ninjago pack is like probably the weakest of the bunch.
One thing that nobody's talking about is that there's a silver bat in there. That's amazing.
Well,
Yeah,
now you're talking
yeah.
about it, so
Oh my gosh. The Chrome
Yeah.
bat looks interesting.
Busted. Got him.
Yeah. You got me. You got me. I will say this though. Which is better, the Ninjago pack of this year or the Ninjago Bricktober pack of last year?
Oh, last year handedly.
Yeah.
Last year, I
It's
don't
not even
remember
a
what it
contest.
was. Yeah.
Last year they had like Golden Ninja Kai from like their Vision of the Future. White Nindroid, which I think was from when the Nindroids were reprogrammed to protect the Realm Crystal. I could be wrong. One of the Elemental Masters, which automatically makes it look better. And then one
I
of
love
the,
that
Hands
hairpiece.
of
The
Time.
one with it was the slick hair, but then they had like white painted on the side. It looked really cool.
Yeah. Honestly, Neuro alone made it much better.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the standout, the highlight of these is easily the Marvel collection.
Oh yeah, that is.
is there very important stuff?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
what's the standouts here? In the Marvel
Wong
pack?
and
Wong. Wong has never been a minifigure before,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and he's pretty key.
Who is
and
Wong?
he's Doctor Strange's like
Buddy.
friend, because he's
Oh,
also
I think I saw him.
Sorcerer.
That's the
No, not
library
he's
guy,
like a
right?
sorcerer. Was it?
Is it the guy in the
so.
library?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's the library.
Yeah.
guy. And then Bucky,
Yeah.
the new Bucky from Infinity War, because we haven't gotten his updated minifigure in any sets.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he wasn't out in any of the sets for some reason. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Because he's like a big character. Because like, why wouldn't he? Lego's weird.
I know, it's like, and it's so funny because the minifigures in the Infinity War sets were so lazy on printing. They reused a lot of prints. They didn't do arm printing. And these, since they were produced very cheap, probably in China, like that's how a lot of promotional Lego stuff is produced. It's produced in China, cheap.
Hot
They could
takes.
do these really cool arm printing, leg printing. You can see there's dual arm. It's incredible. It's like the minifigures in here are super deep. We never get Marvel promotional minifigures anymore, really, except for like Comic-Con and crap. And we never got like a Marvel minifigure series, so getting 4 exclusive minifigures with this level of printing is just fantastic on Lego's part. It's definitely the standout. Yeah,
most definitive.
One thing that a lot of people didn't recognize was that they don't show it in the picture, but underneath War Machine's mask, he has like kind of the HUD printing. You know, like he has like the red kind of like electronic printing or whatever of like the display screen he sees over the minifigure face, and it looks super cool. I really like how that came.
Ooh, that sounds pretty spicy. Yeah, when you see like the
like it's the same display. It's it's like the display they have on. They have it on Tony Stark in the big Sanctum Sanctorum set this year, and also the Thanos set this year. So they just have it for Buck or for Rhodey, and it looks so good. I really like how it came out.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that is pretty neato.
Mm-hmm.
So Rhea, yeah. I think that was all the Barnes and anyone have any closing thoughts
only
regarding
one
this?
Only one.
Only Barnes Nobles. Well, the Harry Potter ones we've not mentioned, but those are all interesting.
Oh,
Harry
yeah,
Potter
we
one's
should
my
probably talk
favorite.
about
As a Harry Potter, there's like so much good stuff in there. Umbridge,
It's
Cornelius Fudge.
yeah. They're all very recognizable characters as well, and like beloved characters, and like the pack from Harry Potter seems the best by far because like it's all characters that I'd say most people would care about.
It's our first Cornelius Fudge ever in Lego form. Umbridge was only printed once in 2007. Bogart Snape was only in one set from 2004, which I love that set.
Love they made it remade. That's did not expect.
And one thing that's sad is they don't have the bird on top because like Bogart Snape still has the bird. But they kind of, I guess they just didn't want to reprint the bird because they used the Scarecrow's hat from Lego Minifigures Series 11, which has a spot so that you could put the crow piece on. So I guess you could put the bird on yourself.
I guess I must not be as much of a Harry Potter fan as I thought because I just realized I've never actually like taken a good look at that Bogart Snape minifigure. I always thought it was Cornelius Fudge.
No, Cornelius Fudge is in the
magic.
He's Oh, sorry. I meant Slughorn. I might have said Fudge too. Slughorn was the other one.
Guys, come on. What the fudge?
Slughorn, Bogart Snape, Madam Hooch, and
totally meant Slughorn. Yeah.
Yes.
But and Madam Hooch, I think, is actually really bad because one reason they didn't update the hair, and the hair looks awful. That's the Widow's Peak hair, by the way. But they should have used the spiky hair, either the spiky hair that they use for like, sleepyhead hair from Series 6, if you guys know what that is, or the hair from the girl from Black Panther. That's kind of like Orlando's hair from the new Millennium Falcon solo set. The hairpiece they use here just does not fit that character at all. It really does not fit. Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's too good dropping those bombs of truth.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, they're neat. I mean, I've never bought any of these boxes ever from anywhere because I've literally never seen them, but they look neat. Not really sure why they're a thing, but, it's neat. So anyway, now we're getting into the cool section of the episode, and that's where I bring in something neat and cool that you guys have never been seen before, and your mind gets blown. You're like, oh, why didn't I start making Lego systems sooner? And you cry yourself to sleep every night. But, it'll give you an experience. So first up, I'm going to bring in 2 things from this guy that he makes, because I love it when builders, they get something out there and they show you how they made it and how you can make it themselves, but put your own take on it. So that's a really cool thing that he does, but not the first mock. The first mock is just very intricate with his use of parts. So I just wanted, for the visual aesthetic alone, I wanted to show this off. So this is the first thing that I'm going to show from LegoWyrm here. Wyrm. It's WYRM, LegoWyrm. And he has made a Queen of Hearts. And I'm not sure if it is the throne. And I think the Queen of Hearts herself is like part of the throne in this context. And that's why I asked about
that is spooky.
Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, it's
oh, it all makes sense now. That looks fantastic. Oh my gosh,
horrifying in a good way.
So I don't I don't know if you guys can even like recognize a lot of these pieces, like the
I
flames.
see the Bionicle Flames. Were those Bionicle Flames?
No,
Chima.
weirdly enough,
Chima.
even though they look like a Bionicle piece, they're Chima.
Yep, they're Chima.
Chima.
Yeah,
Chima?
the limited Chima.
Not even the Chima
Ultra Build
construction figures either. Like, yeah, they used it, but primarily there was a Chima vehicle that had the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the flame
Ultimate
stuff.
Phoenix or something like that. Like one of those. Maybe? I don't know.
How does this mock make you feel, LJ?
Perplexed to start off with. It's so unbelievably intricate, but unfortunately, it's also a little. There's a lot to it visually that I don't think makes it easy to kind of decipher. Like there's a right out the gate, I'm not able to immediately discern what it is. I have to spend a lot of time looking at it, which is a good and a bad thing. So
Almost a bit too crowded in a way.
crowded. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. But it's impressive. It's sincerely impressive, and I think that what they were going for was pulled off really well.
Yeah, it
back
definitely.
at it again with the backhanded compliments.
Well, it definitely is the whole thing. Like, that's probably a lot to do with the style itself more than like the actual like goodness of the mock, if you can call it that. But like, it has a very much inspired by like the Japanese monster aesthetic, which is usually throw on a bunch of stuff and mess it, like put it all together in like smooth lens and whatever, and just see what you end up with. But like, I think this is a very cool display piece, and I really wanted to show this off. Do you think this is cool, Dev Mator? Is this your type of edgy
Dude,
stuff, or
that's
you
sick.
just like
I love it.
that's great? There's one person pleased, at least.
I like
That's
No,
good.
I think it's cool. It's just a little bit busy, but yeah, it's really cool. I love the use of those Chima pieces, as you said. I haven't seen those too often, and I'm looking because now I'm thinking of buying that Ultimate Phoenix set that those come in, and for a Chima set, it's pretty expensive on eBay. It goes for like 30, 35. I'm like, oof, all right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
It was
the
originally
hardest
20,
choices require the strongest wills.
Yeah.
So, all the things I talked about in terms of like building new cool stuff. So this guy, if anyone has been like going through his stream here in the meantime, is that he specializes in making small, articulate, chibi anime girls, and you can actually make one of your own because he has shown behind the scenes instructions. And you can see that he starts off with like a very simple Miku here, which you can very easily replicate with very easy to get pieces. And then he goes pretty crazy with something like this, as you can see, where you can have a bunch of add-ons to everything and you can just go crazy with it. Of course, this is very much, your enjoyment in this is very much limited to how much you enjoy anime girls with like big heads and stuff, but like as you can see, you can do lots of cool stuff with it, and like I have some favorites all around. Is this something that you guys think is cool, or just like I'll stick to my brick heads?
It's adorable.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I've seen his stuff on like
It's
Twitter.
more built.
What's your say, Mator?
I think it's cooler. It's more like built. Like I don't know,
what you mean? Yeah, it's more like using the details to
more sculptural. I don't know.
they show more detail using like actual pieces rather than printing, which you have a lot of brickheads.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're impressive, but
But
I'm sticking
not
to my
your
brick
thing.
heads. This is far out of my purview. So
yeah, that's okay. This is definitely like a more acquired taste in terms of the things that I'm showing off here. But if there's one guy out there that just watches TTV that just has a burning desire to make an army of small anime girls with big heads, then now he knows the way to do so. You know, he has the means necessary.
Also, I think that those eyes are a bit cooler. I'm not a huge fan of the brickhead eyes.
Yeah, I mean the design thing they have for the little collectibles, you know, the Funko Pops, the whatever you might call them, they sort of have like a style that is hit or miss depending on the theme that they're going for? That is this more up your as a mock LJ? By the way, this slug that he is also.
Alder's really into the slugs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my experience with slugs has been murdering them. So.
Okay.
I like
Well,
this
you
from
can
the
use this
standpoint.
from target practice.
Yeah, I like this from a standpoint of I would find it and pour a bunch of Lego salt on it.
What do you think? What do you think about black shark with cannons and also spider legs thing?
You are killing me. I'm trying to keep up with all these pictures.
Dude, I just like I'm keeping the discussion here. If you see anything from this guy that you're just like, just bring it up and say like, hey, we should discuss this. And also, here's a chubby blackbird. How cool is that?
Like an SR7. It is an SR7.
Yeah.
Okay, this is right.
Yeah, right?
There we go.
That's cool.
You're speaking my language now.
It just seems like he likes making anything just like really cutesy and stuff, except for like ships. If that makes any sense. Like it's just he has like a little Batmobile as well.
Okay, I like this.
I'm just spamming you guys.
Yeah, you're good. I like this SR-71 Blackbird. I've got that on screen, and this is impressive. I like this a lot.
Well, as long as you can show all the cool kids in the stream, you know what we're up to.
Of course, I've been doing all of it. It's great. This guy's really impressive. What's his name again? LegoWyrm.
LegoWyrm with a Y, so WYRM. If you can check him out on Flickr, that's usually where I find all my people, and then I'm like,
how's Flickr doing after they got bought up?
They have not
Changed.
They have not done terrible things yet, but
good stuff.
It's still, yeah, like Flickr, like they said when they acquired that, they're going to take no immediate action. They're not going to merge the different sites or all that stuff. So it's not happened yet, but you know, I'm always aware.
Yeah. Awesome.
So if you hear me sad one day, it's usually because like they did the thing, you know, they did something that I did not like, you know, that happened, you know. Whew.
All right.
But yeah, so
we
if
should
you
probably
like,
go ahead and move into our closing phase.
yeah, but yeah, if you're interested in anime girls or chubby SR-71 Blackbirds, definitely check this guy out. Thanks, LegoWyrm, for bringing some cool stuff to us that we can look at today. Glaze over, yeah, EX excellent. But without further ado, that's gonna be it for our segments. So now we're in like the closing segment. Not really sure what happens here. You know, I don't know if you guys have any idea of what.
Bid our fond farewells.
Is that?
I don't know. Just too good. You got anything else? Anything?
No, I think we've covered a lot in this that I've been.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
no,
so I've looked. I'm sorry, dude. I interrupted there. Just too good. That was really.
No, you're. No.
That's good. That's good.
No.
You need to be really like nice to guests and stuff, so that they might come back. You know. And
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Aww,
Thank goodness.
Thank you, man.
No
But
problem.
before you go though, because I looked on like a bunch of the different episodes of like podcasts and stuff and what they do professionally. And you know, I always strive to be very professional when I'm doing this podcast. And so what they did whenever they had a guest, they asked at the very end if they wanted to give like shout outs and stuff. And I forgot to do that with Kevin Hinkle, so we need to get him back on because I need to like do him but like professionally like on the podcast and stuff. But without further ado, just good. Do you have anything going on that you want to shout out? Anything upcoming projects? Anything particular you want to?
I can
really
do
He
that.
really needs our channel to get him views.
This is
a different demographic.
It's about the principle, okay? We need to do this with every
Nah,
guest. Okay?
Of course, no. You guys have a different audience than me, so it's a pleasure to have a shout out on me. So I really appreciate that.
Okay.
I did the top 10 retired Lego minifigure pieces, which is a very niche topic, but like I talk about basically pieces for Lego minifigures that were made obsolete because they put like an improved version out. So if that's up your wheelhouse, check that out on my channel. Should be the first video that plays if you just search up just2good on YouTube or whatnot. But yeah, that's really all I got a shout out for. Shout out to Kevin Hinkle. How about that? You know.
Oh,
Because he's really cool and great person.
he is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be on my podcast with M&R Productions soon. And
Ooh.
I think
You
we're
think?
recording it tomorrow.
You think?
We're,
think?
I know, we're recording it tomorrow.
You might have forgotten.
But you think
I
so,
think.
you know.
I think. Yeah.
You think he's gonna be on, but you could. Okay.
Just
Well,
not
let
sure.
us know how it goes, man.
I want to personally mention you have another podcast. You obviously do the was it Bricks and Bits or Bits and Bricks?
Bricks and Bits. That's with Ryan.
Got it. Yeah.
So-
So
That's the name.
there's that one, but you also have the Just2 podcast, and I'm partial to that one. I was on about a month or two
Yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah. LJ had his episode of the Just2 podcast. Very interesting. Very intense. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's a great episode. I'm so proud of that episode. Like the feedback on that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I was looking at the comments.
It's one of my favorite videos. Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of the comments are saying this is the best episode. And it was a lot of fun to do, and I'm glad I had the opportunity. So I highly recommend checking that one out and all the episodes of Just2 podcast.
Check it out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one especially though. That's a great one. So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that on your list, go check out LJ on the Just2 podcast. Yep.
Alrighty.
And without further ado, that's going to be this episode of BrickFeed Roni. I have been your host, EXX Trooper, but who did I have with me today? Please name yourself.
You had LJ.
You had Meso.
Yeah, then Makoro.
You had it just too good. Back on the video. Well, I guess
The one
who's out by. Yeah.
Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, show to your mother and everything.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, see ya. Smash, annihilate that like.
You also had Prpl, who was building an Ninjago dragon, who managed to pop in during the beginning. Thank you, Prpl. I'm trying to get her to do it again.
Oh man, I get to stay in this Patreon chat without being a patron. Nice. Really appreciate this.
I don't know how
You'll
you
get
left
exiled
to
right
begin with.
away.
I know, I'm gonna be
Farewell.
exiled like a minute.
Did he really? I don't remember, because, like, I don't know. I don't know anything, man. I'm just here.
Thanks for listening, everyone.